Well, hello there, my radiant human beings. Welcome to Louis Daylights Photography. I'm your host. I'm your pal, Louis Daylights. And today we're going to be getting into some nerdy kind of stuff. In today's episode, we're going to review, if you will, the Godox SA-17 projection system. This is going to allow for us to be able to shoot with gobos with today's model. This apparatus, if you will, is a component that comes with a few different parts, and you're going to see how it works. We brought in Ari for this special occasion. She wanted to shoot some glamorous type shots, and I thought, man, let's bring this piece of apparatus that I put aside for almost 3 years because I was so intimidated in trying to figure it out and finding the best way creatively to try to use this piece. So stay tuned. It's going to be informative. When I first became attracted to this apparatus, we'll call it, and the reason I want to call it an apparatus is because some people call it a projection system, some people call it a gobo, some people call it gobo photography because of the little gobos that go inside this projection system. Aside from being called the Godox SA-17, it really doesn't have a name that anyone has married to. That, I think, in a marketing kind of way, is not necessarily conducive to popularity. Now, that doesn't mean that it isn't beautiful and that a lot of photographers have explored it, but if you're like me, you had to go through a lot of research to try to even find images that are shot with gobos or projection systems, because it can be very confusing when you're searching for it. When I was searching for it, I went on Pinterest, then I went on YouTube, and finally I came across the name gobo. I was not aware what a gobo was. I had no idea that these little things called gobos were kind of a niche product that Godox was capitalizing on. Now, I thought that for sure there were other companies, and I'm probably betting that by now there are other companies who are doing this, creating this product. If they're not, then Godox has cornered the market on this style. I think they're beautiful. I think that if you do it the right way, it could definitely be something really beautiful and breathtaking. So this machine gun or bazooka looking product is actually an extension of a few different products. Now, I've entered some links below in the description of other YouTubers who've done a fantastic job of explaining it, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but it's like a 4-part system. It's like 1, the lens, 2, the heating system, projection, gobo installer section, and then the apparatus itself, the projector itself, where it's powered from. And then there's the lighting component. In my case, there is an adapter so that my lighting component could fit the Godox SA-17. And the reason that I needed an adapter was because the light that Godox sells with this product, or the product that it, touts as the partner for this, is kind of pricey. At least it was during the time that I was shopping for it. And so I ended up doing some research on finding a different lighting system that would be a little more affordable. Manny Ortiz, another YouTuber who I'm a big fan of, he started shooting with some of this, and he had some tutorial videos that he had put together. There I learned that he was using a Westcott FJ 200.
The problem is that most lighting fixtures or strobe lighting or constant lighting has an area in the front that's a little bit wider or longer in length, and it doesn't fit flush with the way that it needs to fit. FJ 200 is the only one that I could find on the market, according to Manny Ortiz as well, which is the one he uses, that with an adapter he was able to connect it and use it, and it's much more affordable than the light that Godox sells to fit that component.
The Westcott FJ 200, they are not sponsoring this video. They have nothing to do. They've treated me well in the past on Instagram, but the FJ 200 is a piece of lighting system that with an adapter you can work together to use the Godox SA-17, and it allows you to be able to do that at a more reasonable price range. So the projection lighting is cool because it allows you to really get creative. And in my case, I ended up using some neon gels and some LED lighting. So other photographers in my region haven't necessarily been shooting too much with gobos. So I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of the game in that area. So I feel like I'm going to lower it a little bit so that you can have your face where you would normally have it. So pretend you're like looking wherever you would normally look, and then I'll adjust to you. A little higher. looks good or not. So I'm gonna show it to you. Take a step this way a little bit, and then you're still in the lines. Yeah, can be. Yeah, let's try it without it. I have to think what I feel about it. Test and see if I can use this light with it, otherwise you might just go back to using this alone. The composition is going to be different. Got it more forward than anything. Oh, that's so cool. Turn your face a little more down. Love it. Beautiful. Love the pose. Yeah, everything looks great. Get it. These are all wide. I'll focus on close-ups later. I love it. I love that. Looking down like that, off to the side, is beautiful. Yeah. I think Ari did a fantastic job. I'm really happy with how these came out. I don't have any Mamiya RB67 Pro SD shots from anything we did inside using the gobo, because clearly you cannot, or I have yet to explore shooting with strobes. Everything I do is with natural light, and because the Godox SA-17 really only works if you're using a strobe, it's not a constant light, there really would have been no use for me to try to get images with the RB67 Pro SD. But we did bring Ari inside for the set that's right here behind me. I got 3 shots of that, and this is what they look like.
Maybe lean back for this one, like into the chair. It's gonna be mostly like from here up anyway. And the light is coming from over there. What if you turn towards the light? Yeah, just go that way. Yeah. I know you'll be looking away from my camera, but there you go. And I'll just adjust. Can your eyes find my camera without moving your head or moving it a little bit? Yeah, that's good. And 3, 2.
Please subscribe, please hit like, notification bell, the whole 9. Anything that you do to show support to this channel would be greatly appreciated, because it is a self-love kind of channel, and the way that I receive love is by being able to express it to you first. Please do those things if you can.